Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We are back in the area of old New Henford once again today, and we are on the final lot for the Henford on Bagley save file, the Hamlet of Whittington. We're going to be here for many weeks, so let's get into game and make a start. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase, and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, my loves, and welcome back to Let's Build the Worlds. And here we are on a brand new lot today. This is going to be the Hamlet of Little Whittington. We're just going to call it, well, Hamlet of Whittington, I called it, didn't I? I'm going to call it just Whittington throughout this whole thing, just so it's easier. Little, like, Hamlets, all of that. We don't need the fluff today, do we? No, we don't indeed. This is going to be a big village, and we're probably going to be here for quite some time. I really want this to be one of my most detailed builds to date. I want this to be the crowning glory of this save file, and we are going to be doing it on this wonderful 64x64 lot in Henford on Bagley, and I'm very excited for this. I really am. You obviously saw that I put up a little reference map that I made in regards to what I actually want with this village. I'll pop it up on the screen for you now, so you can kind of see where everything's going to be mapped out. There may be a few changes here and there depending on what we do and how the build progresses and stuff. I have several ideas on how I want the actual landscape to look. I don't want it to be all on one level for a start. I want it to be on a slight hill. But I'll talk you through it a little bit more here now. So I'll stay still first, and then I'm going to go around and point stuff. Cobblestone Hill off to the left-hand side here. It's just going to be a nice row of little village houses, really. That's going to be one of the main residential streets, to be honest with you. Not the main one, but it's going to go up on a hill as well. So I don't know how we're going to make that work. I did do a similar build once that I'm going to really get a lot of inspiration from, and I've never really shown this build on my YouTube channel. I had plans to. I'll talk you through that as well one day. I'm actually going to show you that build as well on this lot, so you can get a feel for how the shape and everything is going to work here, because I never got to implement it. It never seen the light of day apart from on the gallery, this whole build, which took me a very long time to do it. Anyway, we're waffling on, aren't we? At the top, we've got Smithy Lane, which is where the old smithy resides, which I'm going to like have a look around at some reference images of some like old smithies and make that into a residential lot as well. Plus another row of houses on that street as well. That kind of overlooks the church and stuff below. Up there as well, we're going to have a pub and a beer garden up in the corner, which again is going to be elevated. We're going to have stairs coming down. We're going to have a hill on one side, and then we come down to Church Way, which is the street that kind of goes off to the right hand side of the church, which is going to have a bakery with living area above it, a post office as well, which is again going to have a living area above it. I want to do just a standalone house on this street as well, just so it's not full of shops, and also a village store, so like a little place where you would go and get your pints of milk, all of that kind of good stuff. That's what I really want that to look like. And with the street, I'd love to have somewhere where they can sit outside the bakery and have a little bit of food there and whatnot. I'm also going to have a market square now. I've kind of adapted this map just a little bit because I felt like something was missing from this area, and I thought a market square where they could sell like groceries and stuff, and a bit like a farmer's market really. I want that kind of little vibe there. And then at the bottom we've got Moorland View, which is another really lovely residential street as well. Probably going to have a bit of bigger houses on that particular area or that street, including an old potter's, which is going to be an area where I'm going to be doing a little pottery studio with people living above that too. And then in front of it, we're going to have a village green, so like a nice little grassy area where they can have little summer fetes, nice benches, lots of trees around the area, just a really lovely hub where the community kind of come together, and they've got this wonderful green space in front of the church and in the center of the village as well, which I just think's going to be perfect. I really do. And when I put this actual map up on my YouTube posts, somebody had the cheek and the gall to say that I've been out copying people. I did show them my receipts in the fact that this idea came about actually a year ago. I said 11 months. It was a year ago. And someone was coming for me and my good Christian name in this economy. And I was not having it, love. So you can go and take that little bit of drama and you can float on off away with that, my darling, because we do not accept it in this community. Thank you very much. And we are going to be continuing on. Yes, we will. I will also add to that, of course, when smaller creators get shat upon, worst thing in the world happened to me when I was a smaller creator. I'm not the kind of person that will go out of my way to be an evil person like that. So just take that with a little pinch of salt, if you will. And that is where we're going to leave that little bit of drama, because I am not for it. Look at the state of my UI, by the way. So it's going to be a bit difficult to find things. A few of my mods needs to be updated after that update that we had, because that's just not working for me. I can still find stuff, don't you worry. I have already built with the UI looking like this, but yeah, that's what's going to happen. But we've got a big space here, and there's probably going to be areas where we can squeeze even a little bit more detail in. This is where we're going to come together as a community to make that happen. Today, what we're doing, all we're going to be concentrating on is the village green area itself and the bare bones of the church that I kind of want around this area here, really. Just so we've got something in the center, then we can work outwards and do it that way. And that's what we're going to do. And once I start introducing families, what we're going to be doing is building their house and furnishing the whole place as well. So we're going to go build by build doing that. I think that's just the best way to go. It really is. As long as I've got everything mapped in properly, I think everything's going to be okay. So what I'm going to do now is grab that build that I was on about off the gallery, just so you can get a feel of the space and the shape that I want to do with the actual terrain manipulation, because I really liked the shape of this one. And I think it would just make a little bit more sense to you on what this could look like. And this is that lot in question. Now, I'm not going to go into details on what company I was working with here, but it was a beer company. And what I did was recreate an advert for them in The Sims 4 that they were going to use in their adverts on television and YouTube and everywhere. We were even going to go to Cannes Films Festival with this brand, because this was going to be one of the first playable adverts ever in the world where they could like click on stuff. But contracts fell through with EA. There was a misunderstanding. They didn't like the fact that it was alcohol promoting, and I didn't realize that I wasn't allowed to work with a brand that was going to be promoting alcohol in the game. Understandable, of course, completely understand everything that they were going through. But I recreated an advert for this particular brand where a man who was naked with pixels all over him, obviously, not just completely naked, bollocks out swinging, but The Sims, very uncouth. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the man's carrying the beer down the street and he's completely in the buff and everybody's naked and they're all sitting around drinking said beer over in this area here. And they asked me to recreate a kind of southern France, sort of Mediterranean inspired village that I could recreate the advert in, which is like what I did. I even had a little pub over here, look, where I could do that. Harry was even on board as well, creating custom content for it, and it was brilliant. It really came out really, really wonderful. But obviously we couldn't use it. But I just wanted to show you this because I really like the shape of what we did here. You know, we've got this little hill area here that kind of creeps up really subtly, and then we've got like houses right next to it and stuff that I managed to sort of like fill in the gaps so I could work out the foundations. That's the kind of thing I want to do on this side here. That's why it really inspired me going that way, with Cobblestone Hill. So we'll have kind of Cobblestone Hill going all the way up the top here. We'll have Smithy Lane at the top here as well. The pub's going to be over in this kind of area here, elevated. Stairs have disappeared there for some reason. I don't know why that's happened. They are usually a pair of stairs there that kind of come down this way. And then obviously we're going to have the Church View Street here, and then the Moorland kind of Moorland Way even is going to be around here. And then what this area is going to be is the village green kind of here with the church area around in this part here as well. So I just wanted to give you a feel for it. This build is up on the gallery. If you do want to go and download it, furnish it, do whatever you want with it. But I just wanted to show you this as an example as to what we're kind of going to be aiming for with the kind of terrain shape, shall we say. The style's not going to be the same, obviously, because this is a kind of Mediterranean inspired sort of village, but I think that just gives you a little idea of what we're working towards for these few months that we're going to be doing it, I would say. I don't know, few months, maybe 2. I'm going to say 2. There's no time limit on it, but I'm going to say 2. Anyway, I'm waffling on enough, aren't I? So what we're going to do now is get rid of this, and we're going to make a start on just the bare bones of the village green area itself and also the church. Now, this is how I'm going to break it down. I think this is where I found the centre of the lot itself. So I'm going to work from there, really. And I'm still going to be checking on my map because I still want points of entry as well. I want a side entrance from this way, a front entrance from this way here, and also an entrance at the top here. With that doesn't really make sense to have an entrance around there, though, just because of where this is, the actual lot itself. It would probably be better if I had the entrance by the pub over on this side here as well, which I can do. I would swap it that way. Anyway, here we go. So this is always the daunting bit, because you just look at this and think, how the hell am I going to do this, you know? But I'm going to try my bestest. So the houses don't need to be massive. I mean, I can do the houses right up to the edge of the lot itself. So the green could probably be around here. I'm going to go that much in that way and that much in that way, I think. Yeah, I could even do a little bit more, to be honest with you. Just do 2 more on each side. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a village green around about to there, I think. I think that's the perfect amount of a perfect size. And with the church, can I build the church grounds in that much of a space there? I think that might be a little bit of a struggle, you know. I mean, I could make the village green a little bit smaller, maybe to round about there. I think that could work. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think we can do that indeed. And that's going to give us enough room up there for a residential street with houses kind of that big, with a pathway in front of it, walls. I'm just catering for everything because this is going to be risen up as well. So I need to remember that too. But that's fine. Okay, right. We've got that in now. What I'm going to start doing is mapping out just a small little church for the middle here. So I'm going to go down the route of having that kind of crossy shape that we like with the churches. So, and I'm going to do short height walls for every single wall as well. So let's make that apparent now and start getting in this church. I think that might be a little bit too narrow, you know. I think we have to go a little bit thicker at the top here to like a 5. Bring it down to around about there. Okay, let's wing off around here as well. In fact, if I can do you to there first, I'm going to bring this down and get the full scope of it to around about there. Yes, let's get a little porchway coming in as well, like that. Beautiful job. And then I'm going to wing off. So I think maybe like this. Let's have a little look at you, please, my darling. No, that's a little bit too... There we go. I think that could work, you know. I am going to come up one more with this, though, because I am going to be putting you on top of each of them like this. Like so. Okay, yes. Am I going to be doing 3 stories? No, I'm probably not. So if I can get this one up to a medium, just to make that look a little bit more dramatic on the top there, I think we're going to be fine. The second height, they need to stay short height because we're doing a village. We're doing small little houses, so that would just kind of make sense. I'm going to drag another box along like this, all the way to there. And we're getting a churchy shape already, aren't we, my loves? Look at that. Jesus would be proud of that. He would look down on that and he would say, that, my darling, was stolen from another creator. And I'd be like, yes, it was God himself. Or themself, you know. I don't like to put a gender on God. God is all of us. All right, you heard it here first. I better not say that because I'll get accused of stealing from someone. Look at me, I'm like a bitter old witch, aren't I? Well, you know, if the shoe fits. Oh, shoe. Not shoe, Adrian. Anyway, we're waffling on. This is going to be a very slow part of the series, this one. I really want to just go to town on this one here, I really do. And I'm not going to edit out much until we get to the interiors. Like with the interiors, I'll make sure I've just pre-picked everything because I just haven't got the time for that, you know? Not got the time for it, my darlings. Yes, I think that's working. I think I might get this roof a little bit more dramatic, just so we can get that feeling of height in the middle of this village area, you know? Yes, stunning. And I think we should go in with some half hips and flop them around as well. Yes, indeed. Is there anybody out there that's playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Because I was really... I liked the first one. I liked watching it. I bought it and played it, and I found the combat way too difficult. I was just like, no, that's not for me. But the second one, my nephew said the combat is not as hard as the first one. I've been playing it, and I tell you what, I bloody love it. It's probably one of the most beautiful, realistic games that I've ever played. Is there anybody else out there that's playing it? Let me know down below if you are, because I would like to know. I would like to see it. Yes, that's very nice. That's very simple, but it's just, it works, you know? Oh, I'm for it. And I think what we'll do is copy the colouring from St. Henry's that we can see down here. I think we'll actually copy the colouring of that. And I'm going to go for a different shaped roof to this one. Just so it's a little bit different here, you know? Because that's a big old church and we've got a little one here. And that's all that matters. So here we go. We've got to find wallpapers in this mess. There we go. There's wall patterns. Look at this. Honestly. And when you touch them, they change as well. It's very, very spooky. If I can go in and find a good stone. I'm wondering whether or not to use this one, you know. Oh, that does look good, doesn't it? Bloody looks good, that. Sounded very Devon then. Oh, I do like that brick, you know. I think it would go really nicely with the windows as well. Yes, we'll do that. We'll take some inspiration from this church over here as well, especially with the roof textures and stuff. Might even go down the route of using the battlement fence on this build as well. Depends. We'll have a look. We'll see what happens. Not promising anything. Right, what's this? That's frieze. That's roof trims. Yep, I would like a roof trim, please. If you don't mind, we're going to go with that grey. Get you in there. This is roof patterns with the small computer there. What is that? An explosion next to it now? No idea. And we're going to put on this one. This one here, up there, and up there as well. I did forget to do that trim, didn't I? Such a silly bum. There we are. Oh, yes. And that roof over there too. Honestly, Aiden. For goodness sake. Right. Okay. Well, yeah, that's gorgeous. So let me grab out all the windows that I think we're going to need for this. And we'll pop them around on this church here together as well. I'm not going to go ahead and get in the finer details to the church just yet. We're going to concentrate on everything else a little bit more, I think. And we'll probably go into a little bit more finer details tomorrow with the church itself, including like the landscaping and stuff around it. Lots of trees on this lot. I really want lots of trees. So here we go with some windows and doors. I'm going to use this Castle Estate door there. And then I'm just going to do two of the smaller ones. Let me get that wall down. There we are. One there. And then one kind of nearer the top. Is that underneath that roof line though? No, that's fine. I think that's fine. Maybe down one more. Just one. There we go. That's perfect. Oh, I'm for it indeed. Yes, I'm into that. And then we're going to start back here first. So what I'm going to do is do a big window like that there. And then one above it. And then what we get is that kind of dramatic look from the interior. I'm not going to bash out the ceiling in this one either, because we all know what that looks like with the underneath of the roof textures. It just looks minging. So I'm not going to do it at all. Wondering if I could do two there, or is that going to be a bit overkill? No, that would be overkill. Aiden, just calm yourself down, for goodness sake. We're going to do these small ones here. I'm going to do one there, and then one just next to it like that. And I was effing or amming with this. I don't know. I'm okay with it. We're going to do one here, one there. You'll have to let me know what you think. It was a little bit dramatic, I thought. I thought it looked just a little bit too much for the actual size of this church. I don't know, actually. Now I'm seeing it again with fresh eyes. I think that looks okay. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I think that'll be fine. And then we'll do the same what we did here, but with the other one. So one there, my love. And another one there as well, please, if you would. Thank you. We're going to get that tall window in those places. And we're also going to eyedrop these ones and bring them over here. Let's pop another one there and the same here as well. Let's just get a feel for that. Yeah, I'm into it. I think that'll work quite nicely. You know, definitely still want to get some details on here. So I am thinking about using that castle estate trim. Maybe even this one, actually. Oh, that one does look good on there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's wrap you up there. Oh, we're going to have to change the windows. That's fine. And I also need to get... Oh, what about using this one at the top instead? Oh, look at that. Oh, that fits marvellously there. It's just that window that needs to come down, isn't it? To around about there. Yeah, I'm into it. I am, but I'm just... I would like to use this around on these parts here, but it does kind of eat away at the window. I mean, I'm fine with it. Because of the window from above, I actually think that looks quite nice. I actually do think that looks quite nice indeed. Okay, can I put this on that point? What would that look? Before I put any trim on this part here, we are going to need to go in and get in a little bit of flooring there and there. Do you remember when copy wasn't a thing? In The Sims 4, we could never copy stuff. Honestly, this game has evolved, hasn't it? It really has. I hope it turns into something wonderful at the end. I really do. I mean, it's still a wonderful game. I'll love it forever. But, you know, just a thought. I don't know if I like the trim on them, you know. I think that might have been a waste of time to do that. I think it actually looks nicer without it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I said I wasn't going to be doing details, but I just want to get this final detail in before we go on to something else. I think I want to get in some pillars here, you know. Let's have a little look at you. Oh, we have to. We definitely have to. We're going to do some here. One there, one more there, please, my love. You there. Up to where you are. And then flop you across to there. Let me just see that. Yes. That is the absolute tickety-boo. And I am going to do a little clock on here as well. Might even get rid of that window. Do just a clock on there. Didn't we do that down there? Let's go and hunt and see. Oh, no, we didn't. We just did windows there. Okay, well, we're going to do a clock on this one instead. I think that would be kind of fitting, actually. And the only one that's going to work is this one here from Get Together. It's very chunky, though, this one. I mean, it doesn't have to be massive. That is actually quite a good size. And then I can put some elaborate details around it, maybe, just to make it kind of sit into it a little bit better. I think I'm going to go for that. Yeah, we're doing that. Abso-bloody-lutely. Let's add on the rest of the pillars. I'm literally just going to do pillars here and there. Oh, I'm wondering whether to change this roof shape. No, I don't think it works. I've actually met it with the roof line above it as well. I don't think that works there. It's not the one. But I don't like the way that these pillars look on that bit. So I think I'm going to get rid. Get rid. We'll figure out something else to put up there. I think that would work out quite nicely. Okay, well, there we go. We've done that. So let's start putting the pillars on everything else. And it's not really a lot that needs to go on now, if I'm not putting it on those side wings. So I'll just flop them around to this position instead. Put them up here as well. There we go. Beautiful job. I do feel like we need to have a trim at the top here. Unless... I said I wasn't going to be doing more details, but we're just... It looks like we're detailing now, loves, to be honest, doesn't it? Let's try that fence. Let's give this fence here a go. Wondering if I could put that on there. Oh, no, that looks very chunky on that. No, I think because it's so small, it just looks way too chunky. I think there's going to be the same up there as well, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, they don't work. They don't work. Okay, we're back to the drawing board. Now, not only does it look bad, but check this out. Let's put it down. I have to hold shift. I'll put it on that bit. It gets rid of the wallpaper. How annoying. Put it on this bit. Great. And then I'll go around to this side. Gets rid of the columns. Seriously. Make it make sense. It just looks too big. Looks too chunky. I'm going to try the other one as well. But if not, I'm going to do some other detail along the top here. I just want to see what this would look like. That's not too bad. It does eat away at those windows though. And I want those windows to have the points on it. So That's not going to be the ticket. Not at all. Let's get those columns on those bits there as well. And figure out what we're going to do here. I think I'm probably going to need some kind of fence at the top here. And I think I'm just going to go for a shorter iron kind of moment like this one here. And I've done it in a grey as well. Oh, that actually looks nice. I like that. I don't like the way that these are finishing off here, but I'll try and figure out something to do with that. Because it just looks a little bit weird at the minute. Yeah, do you know what? I kind of like that for a little bit of detail at the top. Let's pop it around to there as well. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. I think that would work. Can we do it around here as well? Well, do you know what? Yeah, I kind of like that. I do. So let's do it on this side here too. And that's where I'm going to leave the detail for this part today. I am. This needs a little street area in front of it. This is going to be quite difficult actually. What I'm going to do first, I'm just going to move the church probably right back to where it can go. Yes, I think that would work out kind of nicely. And I just put this cube here just to get a feel for like a size of a house that we're going to be doing. And it's a bit bigger than what I thought it was. So let me get this area mapped out. Okay, that's the size that I've settled with. We should be able to get everything that I want and still have this lovely green space in the middle. But I'm gonna put like a little war memorial and stuff in here, and maybe a telephone box near it on the outskirts. The only thing I don't know whether to do is whether to wall it in. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I'm iffing or amming with it. I think we'll leave that for now. I think we'll leave that thought in the back and we'll see what happens as we progress. Again, things are subject to change, loves. What I would like to do, however, is wrap the church in. I don't know whether I want to do... Oh, do you know what? I don't want to do that fence. I want to do a stone wall, I think, with some iron above it. So I'm going to use the stone wall that actually comes with this expansion. I'm going to use you. And I think I'm going to put iron in over the top. Maybe not. Maybe I don't even have to, because I think this stone wall would look marvellous without it, to be honest with you. It goes really nicely with that wall texture as well on this monitor. Oh, and it does with that one as well. Cool. Fabulous. I mean, I could wall it from the front here. And I think I'm going to have the entrance off to the side. Like I have a little pathway here. I'm going to leave a gap for the minute, just so I know. Oh, I might even do it this way as well, so you can kind of connect from both sides then. Yes, I think that would work out quite nicely. Now this all looks very flat at the minute. It's just because we haven't got any trees, etc, etc. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to flop a reference image up on the screen, which I'm working off of this village green. You can see it's just literally a grassy field, to be honest with you, with a war memorial in the middle of it. And I love the way that they've put a little hedge around this one. I think that's really cool. It kind of separates off the area. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Now, I don't really know what I could use for a war memorial. It might even be a case of me building one. Let's get this grid on, please. Thank you. And doing like a little bit in the middle like this. And then I could maybe raise this up on a foundation and put some... I could put platforms up to it instead. That could be a vibe. Or even like a statue on top. Maybe to like pay respects to the workers that used to work here. So we're not going to say it's a war memorial. We're just going to say it's a memorial instead. If I put a statue on top of it and did platforms on it, I think we could do something like that, you know. Let's have a little look. Let's see what we can do here. So if I wanted to do platforms around it, first off, we would need to get the platform tool in, wouldn't we? If I can flop you around here, that statue's probably going to be floating. Yep, he's off. He's going to be floating away. Get you up one, and then do another bit around it. That's very big, though. God, I wish we could do quarter tile stuff. I really do. But this could also be somewhere where they could come and sit, maybe. I'm working out something here for the minute. It's not going to be perfect for now. I'm just getting a feel for things. Do you know what I mean? That actually looked quite nice. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm going to do this. And I think I'm going to use this up the top here if it will go. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, Oh, I'm surprised at that. Yes, I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, we're going to do it. And then what I could probably use is the Castle Estate wallpaper. Maybe on this, if I could do it like that. Do you know what, loves? I think we'll go at getting somewhere here. And maybe what I could also use is the floor tile on this bit here. Yeah, I'm kind of keen on that as well. Okay. And then maybe using this platform trim to get it up to the top there. Do you know what? I'm for that. I am. I'm going to say this is a memorial for the miners that used to work in this town. Maybe there was a big happening or something. Maybe there was a mine collapse or something like that in the region, you know, up in the hills. Storylines, my darlings. Absolute storylines. Scenes and storylines. And I'm for it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So with that being said, I do want to see if I can wrap this in a little bit more of a smaller hedge. Maybe we could go for these. Well, what was that one like? It kind of left a gap. Yeah, let's do this. We're doing it. We're absolutely doing this. I love this. You see what I mean? Things have adapted. Things have adapted. Things have changed. And I'm absolutely creaming in my knickers, darlings. Not that. Not quoting the amazing Miriam Margolyes. Yeah, I think we can do this. We can balance this out better in the front here, though. Let's do it to there, like that. And then, yeah, we're probably going to have to keep it like that, like this. And then wrap these around in kind of this position here. Is that the same amount of gap? It is, my love. Yeah, it is, my precious. And we left... How much did we leave there? We left a big gap in the middle there. So that kind of goes up to like there then. And then you go to there. And then we go down to here, I think. Let me see. Let me see, please. Oh, she's a dream. Imagine a couple of trees on this little bit here as well. It's just going to be marvellous. Benches. The works, loves. I'm for it. Oh, that looks a bit too small, doesn't it? No, it doesn't, Aiden. No, it doesn't at all. Stop being a silly bum and carry on. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Yeah, there we go, look. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I love that. It's right in like the line with the church as well. That just makes so much sense. Yes, I'm into that. Okay, well, we need a big tree. I really want that big oak tree that came with cottage living. Oh, well. She's huge. She is massive. I always forget how big this one is, actually. Oh, actually, I think it might be a little bit too dominating. It is. Sadly, it is. That doesn't mean to say that we can't put it somewhere at the back, though. We can still use the same trees, though. What have we got going on around here? Oh, yes, okay. Lovely. We're going to use these two here. They're just a little bit less dominating, but they're still quite a nice big bushy green number, aren't they? I'm going to move them a little bit more to the edge like this. And this is where I'm going to leave it today. We've made a start. That's all I'm going to say. We've made a start. Was it a good start? We got a bit done. We did. What I'm going to be doing is coming back tomorrow, which is Saturday. And we're going to be putting more details into this whole area that we've done already. So a lot more details on the church area, including all the grounds and stuff. And we will make a start on putting in some more details on the actual village green as well. But there's not much we can do with the village green until we've done all the pathways and stuff. And I just know where things are because I want benches, la-da-da, lampposts, that kind of stuff. We might even get into a little bit of terrain manipulation as well and start lifting up this side of the build and the back of the build just so we can get a feel of elevation. I think that's what is going to be happening next time as well. Maybe. We'll see how much we can get done. But that's it for today. A little start on Whittington, my loves. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me some gorgeous comments and I will be back tomorrow with the next part of this. Goodbye.